So guys, so I know I've only been doing shoe reviews, but I'm doing a maintenance review on my car. It's a Lexus IS350. General service maintenance for just replacing the air box, the air filter. For this, Lexus wanted to charge us roughly about $100 just to replace this. The part itself is only $30, and they wanted to charge us $90 for it. So I was like, well, I can replace it myself easily. And this is a very easy, simple thing to do. Anybody could do it. I would just buy the part for $30 and do it yourself because all it is just taking it out and replacing it. But the only reason why I'm doing this is because I haven't seen anybody do a video on replacing the air filter and in-cabin air filter. As you can see, if you look at the engine, you notice these are the fuse boxes over here, power steering, brake fluid. But this is right here is the air box. So if you notice, it has 4 clips on here. One clip here, one clip here, one clip here, one clip here. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna unclip all these. So I'm clipping this one. So you just pop them off. Pop it off. And this is a lot simpler than the older cars. This car has actually a lot more room to pop this off. In my other car, it was really hard to get to it. But you just lift this up, which exposes the airbox inside. So, it's not completely dirty, I would say. I don't really, I mean, it's yellow. I don't know if that's how it came from the factory. But all you would do is you would just lift this up. Okay. Oh, and this is actually a pretty deep air filter. Oh yeah, it is pretty dirty. If you guys saw that, some dirt came out of it. So here's the old one. So if you guys notice, it is a little bit dirty. I don't know if it yellowed from being dirty, but this is the actual factory one. The car on itself has about 30,000 miles on it. So like I said, this is how it came out. And I'm just gonna replace it with a new one, direct from the factory. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so if you look at this one compared to the other one, you can tell that it's darkened a little bit. So I'm just gonna put it back in. So you just want to match it up back how it was. So if it goes this way, you see how it's angled, like that. And all you do is just pop it back in. So if you guys can see that, make sure it's solidly aligned on every angle so you don't have any leaks. Alright, and that is pushed down tightly. And then all you do is just pop the cover back on it. Okay, so just pop it on, pop all 4 covers back on. And that's all it took for it to replace a dirty air filter. And you guys can see, look, compared to the other one, it is actually pretty dirty. If I would have drove this maybe another 40,000 miles, this would be probably a lot darker, but it's not so bad. I'm just doing an annual maintenance because it was 30,000 miles and they wanted to charge me $100 just to replace this, which I found ridiculous, so I decided to just go ahead and do it myself. But now I'm going to show you guys how to replace the in-cabin air filter. Alright, so here we go. Alright guys, so I'm about to install the in-cabin air filter. Now, when I went to the Lexus part dealership, they actually wanted to charge me $70 for this because the Lexus factory model has charcoal filtering, but I got this from AutoZone for 20 bucks. I'm pretty sure it does the same exact thing, The only thing it doesn't have is that charcoal filter. But it's probably best to replace this every 20-30,000 miles, so that way you got clean air coming in. If you're a smoker, it doesn't linger in the car, especially being a newer car. So I'm going to replace it really quick. I'll show you what the actual part looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now you see it says airflow down right here. Okay, and you'll see that when I pull this out of the glove box. Now the Lexus comes with this little tray right here. I can remove this tray if I wanted to. But what you have to do is you have to be really careful with this tray, because there's a divot that goes in here and it plugs in down here too. So you gotta be careful with it. So you gotta push it out to pull it up, and then pull out. So that way it pops out. Okay? And once you get that out, you see that there's a little groove mark down here, right? You see this? And sorry for the darkness, I'm doing this late at night because we got home late. But you'll see that there's like a little box hole right here. So what you want to do is you want to pop these two tabs up right here. There's two tabs right here that you pop up, which then releases this latch, right? Exposing the in-cabin air filter. And all you do is, at this point, well, actually, and then there's two more tabs. I don't know if you can see it. There's one over here, and there's one over here. Tab right here. So what you do is you squeeze these two tabs together, and it pulls the in-cabin air filter out. Now this one is actually really dirty. Look at it. Compared to this one, which is completely white, to this one, which is really making me grossed out. So I'm gonna pull this old one out. Let's see here. Okay. So I don't want to make sure that I mix up anything. So I'm gonna pull this old one out right here. And it has these little groove marks on the side to hold the air filter in. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to make sure that I okay, so I pulled this one out, and so I'm gonna look for the air down on here. Replace only, do not service. Okay, so I don't think it really matters which way it goes. I think that you just want to put it back in where it says air flowing down. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back in. And if you look at the two compared, of course this one is a lot thicker because it has the charcoal insiding. And maybe I should have spent the 70 bucks on it, because it does look like it works a lot better. Because look, you see how much thicker this is compared to this one. This one's just kind of like paper. But, maybe after about 10-15,000 miles, I'll just replace it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it. I'm going to put the air side down. Pop it in here. Yeah, this one feels a lot more flimsier. But just as long as it does the job, that's all that matters to me. So you gotta get aligned, because if you look down here, there are some spaces See right here? So you gotta make sure it gets placed in properly so that way it captures the whole thing. Let's see if I can get this fit just a little bit better. So the two groove marks, it looks like it's in the middle, right here. Although it looks like there's some gaps in between here, which I don't like. But let's see if I can oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so what you do is you stretch it out. So that way it doesn't have gaps on here. And you don't have to really worry about that because look, you see that it's covered right there. There's no leaks right there. There's no hole leaks. It just matters on this end. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop this back in. Alright, and you don't have to clip it back in, it just clips by itself. So I pop that back in. Replace this. Now there's divots right here to place into the holes, if you guys can see it. And then I just pop that back in. And then I'm gonna replace this again. So if you guys see over here, you see how there's a divot right there, and there's two divots right there. That's where this would go into here. So you put that in there, and then the two divots right there. You just make sure it slides in and pops in. And that's what the replacing the in-cabin air filter looks like. And now, like I said, I don't necessarily know if the charcoal filter is what makes it look dirty. But I think the next time I'm probably going to pay the $70 to get this brand, because this looks a lot nicer. The $20 one, I guess you get what you pay for, so I just wanted to replace it because it's been about 30,000 miles, and I figured it was time for a change. Maybe after another 10,000 miles, I'll replace it with another one of these, so that way it lasts for another 30,000 miles. But you guys can see that my hands are a little bit dirty. But that's pretty much the conclusion to replacing your in-cabin air filter. Alright, that's where it would go. It's normally in the glove box. Air cabin air filter is in the glove box. Your engine air filter is of course, in the engine. So I hope this was able to assist you guys. If you have any questions, please hit me up. This is a 2014 Lexus IS350. Like I said, I have YouTube videos on how to replace this on this particular model, and I didn't find any, so I thought I'd put a video out there. But of course, this is just a tutorial video for how to replace this. I'll be getting back to my shoe reviews shortly. Thanks guys for watching. Hope this was informative, and I appreciate everybody that follows me and comments and subscribes. Thanks guys. Peace.